Alright, I think we are online again. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. I think the stream is online. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're online again. And let's just continue. Let's continue here. I mean, we have to change his teeth eventually. The values are not correct. Let's change that now, shall we? Where is his teeth? Use the mouth group and then here. Maybe we can merge this anyway, so merge this and then should we just use levels? Okay, maybe just turn this down. Yeah, maybe something like that. Let me see. Let's see. That's already better. Okay. Why does this look a bit different? I mean, let's see, wait. The atmosphere here is like that. Okay. I think that's correct now. Alright. Should we increase? Let's see what we did with Haunter. Yeah, I think it was a bit more obvious with him. Should we increase that actually? Let's see. I think we can increase this and then also a bit this here. Maybe not that much, but something like that. Alright. Oh, my camera is off. Let me activate the camera. Video capture. Okay. Now, let's see. I mean, maybe you can do this now, actually. Eventually, I want this to be brighter, so we can do this now. Let's go to exposure. Then, yeah, let's something like this. You know? Maybe like that. I think He is a bit too saturated, yeah. He's a bit too saturated. I think you have to decrease his saturation eventually anyway. Okay, should we do this here? Or we can make this darker while we are at it. Not like this. But let's decrease this. Let's decrease this somewhere here. Okay. Now let me go back to the lighting. Get it stronger. Yeah, maybe like this. Now he looks a bit too... Yeah, I think that's that. I have to change this up a bit. I think I have to change this up. Also, you know what? Maybe you can do this now. We have to go to blend if to make this more realistic. Blend if is here. Let's make this like that. And then underlying layer. Can break this apart and then more of his texture should come through. Let's see. Yeah, something like this, and then something like that. Maybe not like this, but maybe like this. Yeah, I think something like this is okay. The texture comes a bit more through, and so it looks a bit realistic because of that. So, right. Wait, actually the lighting is a bit... Yeah, let's do the same here. For this overall lighting. Yeah, like that. Okay, I like this. And then you have something like this. I think that looks already much more realistic. Let me see. Let me check the stream real quick. Okay. Alright, alright. Oh wait. Why is the stream? Okay, sorry. Alright. Now, let's see. I think let's decrease his saturation. Should we decrease the saturation? Yeah, I think so. I think so. And then also, let's see. I don't know if I like this, to be honest. Something is missing. I wonder if it's a saturation. Maybe we can just test this. Let's see from here if we decrease the saturation. Let's decrease this. But of course we have to clip this. Yeah, I think that already looks better. think already that looks much better. Let's see from this to that. Of course not like this, but yeah, I think something like that maybe. Maybe like this for now. Let's leave it like that. So, what do we want from here on? I think I want to decrease or increase this rather. Not this, but that. Where's the layer? Mouth crease, and then color fill. That's a shadow part. Shadows. Alright, where is his face? Okay, that's the shadow, and then that's the other shadow. Where's the? Let me see. Actually, that looks better. Maybe let's use this, but not so strong. Let's use it like this maybe. And then let's see. Yeah, I want to. Let's go to the mask. I want to decrease this a bit. Let's try shifting the edge. Maybe like this. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, and then also let's go to the mask again. Increase the contrast. Yeah, I think like this. It's a bit sharper. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. And then decrease this a bit more maybe. Something like this. Alright, let's leave it at that for now. Something like this. Also, we have to do his mouth later on. That's the color. Yeah, let's continue shading this. I think we have to shade this anyway, so. That part should be darker anyway. Yeah, I think this part does not make much sense. Let's delete this. Not this. But here. Is it here? Wait. No, that's the other layer. I think that's that here. Yeah, I think that's this. Let's delete this. Doesn't make sense. Maybe it's something like that. Shadow. this other part. Then that's this part. Alright. Yeah, I think we can continue here. Maybe just overall darker here. Overall. A bit here. I don't know. And a bit here. And then also maybe we can make the same thing here with underlying layer, but this time let's remove the brighter parts to give this a bit more texture. You know, you can see it takes from the brighter parts, but now, yeah, that's too much, of course. But somewhere around here, yeah, we have this, and then we have to break this apart to make the transition a bit smoother. So maybe, yeah, maybe like this. Maybe like this. Okay. Yeah, like that. Alright, alright. If you put this behind that, then it changes quite a bit. Let's see. Maybe like that. Wait, let me check something. Alright, if you do it like this, then... That seems more logical, right? Let me do this like this. Because that's the environment light on top of everything. I guess so. I guess so. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Let me check the chat real quick. Okay. Yeah, I guess I can leave it like that. Alright, let's see. Let me take this apart. Okay, maybe like this. Then you have some texture. Alright. Also, let's increase this. Okay. Yeah, something more like this maybe. And then let me see. What can we do here? Here. Darker overall. I think I want this darker also. Here. And also here. I mean, maybe like this. Darker here. You know? Something like that. And also I want this to be more sharp here. Let me see. I don't know, actually, should we do this like that? And then maybe here. Get this maybe. Actually, I don't know. Maybe not like this. I don't know about this. Could we make something different here? I don't know actually, I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Maybe can give this a bit more. For now, let's see. Let's maybe pick some greenish color. Okay. Then invert this, of course. Maybe put this on screen. Alright. Let me check the chat. Is someone here? I don't know. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Then maybe we can... I don't know actually if this works, but let's try. I want this to be... Let's see. Let's try. Alright, we have this like that. And then... I mean, what I want to do basically... Let's see if this even is possible. For now, let's... Wait. Actually, should we make his texture a bit... should we make his texture a bit more obvious? Let's see. That's his texture. The black is really... Okay. That's the black, that gets too dark. Let's see if we can Maybe if we bring the white in. Let me think about it actually. Well, let's see. For now, let's see if we can do this without changing. Let's try something real quick. Okay. If we take this down, I think that can work actually. Yeah, I think, to be honest, it can work. Let's break this apart just a bit. Not too much. Maybe like that. And then maybe like this. Yeah, you know, that gives it a bit texture. So that was my what I wanted. Let's see if on linear dodge. I think it's better on linear dodge. That's a bit more shiny. Okay, I like this, I think. Maybe even increase the saturation, maybe? Not to this, but kind of greenish. Yeah, maybe something like that. And then we have a bit shine here. And also, maybe we can increase this shine effect when we, let's see, exposure. Make this a bit more obvious. Can use the same mask. Can copy this. And then let's see. Yeah, I mean, gets a bit brighter then. Right, or actually we could do this with the hue saturation adjustment. Then we don't need to have two layers. But for now, let's go with this. Yeah, I think, you know, something like that does not look too bad, right? That's not too bad, I think, to be honest. Yeah, maybe, actually, should we make this bigger? I wonder. Maybe the texture is a bit too small to see. Let's see. Let's just try something. Okay, alright. I think that's a bit better. You can see the texture a bit more clearly like that. I don't know. Alright. Then if you do it like that, then we get some color variation, but wait. Yeah, that's not correct. We have to fill in this part here. Also here, you know, on the edge. And then maybe even here. Maybe even like this. Yeah, let's see. If you could make it like this. And then, yeah, and then let's copy this mask right there. Alright, let's see. Alright, I think that's quite okay. Alright. Does this look a bit weird? I think that's too dark here. Yeah, for sure that's too dark. Okay, maybe we can make this a bit lighter. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's too dark. Let's try to delete some. Let's try to delete here. Alright. And then maybe like this. Oh. Yeah, maybe something like that. I guess something like this. Okay. Actually, you know what? Maybe we can give this a bit more color. Some brighter parts. Yeah. Why is this not working? Yeah, maybe something like this. For now, let's leave this as it is. And then let's see. Huh. You know what? Should we replace this with just one hue saturation layer? Yeah, I think so. Let's do colorize. And then go to some kind of turquoise green. Like this. Yeah, and then we can set this up a bit better. If we do linear dodge add. Oh wait, why is this? Is this a bit? Why is this not quite working? Linear dodge add, linear dodge add. Alright. Let's see, I mean that works, right? We'll just have to increase the saturation. Yeah, right, okay. That kind of works. Now we have to have one layer. Can delete this. Oh wait. What did we do with this here? Okay. We have to do the same here. Yeah, around here I think it was. And then break this apart. Something like this, I think. Yeah, something like this. Then let's delete this and that. And then we have one layer. Alright, I think that's good enough. Oh no. Alright. That's a bit of sharp shadow, but yeah. I guess maybe we can make this even a bit more subtle. I don't know if that's the correct color here. You know, maybe something like this. I don't know, does this look off? I don't know. Hey yo, real 92, yes. How are you, man? How are you? Nice to see you. Okay. I mean, something looks a bit off, to be honest with you. Except for his eyes, of course, that does not look good. But let me quickly do his teeth. Let me quickly do this. Maybe with levels. Let's increase color or the light value. this. Right, and then should we increase the reflection here? I wonder. Yeah, I think that does look really nice, like this. You know, some reflections. Something like this, maybe. Yeah, maybe something like this, and then I'll change this up later. Let's see. This is scaring me. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. To be honest, his eyes are scaring me. Yeah, it should be a bit scary, right? It's Gengar. So let's see. I don't know if I like this. To be quite honest with you, something is off. Something looks off. You know what? Maybe we can make this just a bit more realistic if we do this here. Let me show you. Wait a second. It's fine. Yeah. Alright. Where's the layer that we created right now? The hue saturation. Oh, here. No. Wait. Where's the layer? Here. Okay. Let's name this green light. Green light. Okay. Then what we can do here, we can make a curve layer. Let's go to curves, and then let's increase this just a bit. All right, and then let's copy this layer from here, and then I will show you a kind of trick. Let's see, we can do this in many ways. Maybe just with the mask. Alright. If we shift the edge, let's see. That gets stronger. Nah, that's not what I quite want. Actually, I think we can do this. Pixels are more than selected, edges will not be visible. Oh, okay. That's the problem. Then we have to make it like in this mask setting here. Radius. Was it this radius? Basically, I want this to be a bit bigger. Just few pixels. So maybe... Okay, that's not it. Maybe if I feather... Oh, let's shift the edge. Let's shift the edge a few percent. And then let's see. Maybe 5% here. And then feather this just a bit. Maybe just a tick. And then here maybe 6%. Let's see. Maybe that's already okay. Alright, let's see. Let's make this a bit more obvious, so that you can check. Alright. Yeah. Basically what I want to do is just make the edges a bit... Light up the edges just a tick. Alright. But now let's delete the parts that we don't need. Because that's a bit too much. Just from here, these edges here. Alright. That should give this just a bit more realism. Alright. Let's see. Maybe something like that. And then also... let me see. Alright. Let's see. Yeah. Actually... let's see if we can maybe delete some parts here. Because I just want this to be on the edges. Kinda. I mean, that's too strong. Yeah, that's too much. Maybe just a bit. Yeah, maybe something like that. Wait, let's not do this here, but here. You know, something like this. Alright. I don't know if I like this, to be honest. Something is missing. To be honest with you. Yeah, let's change this real quick. This part here. Wait, okay. Now I got it. Alright. Except the eyes. You know what? Should we give his eyes a bit? Let's see. Let me try something out here. Let's go to this mask. And then let's shift the edge just a tick. I mean, does this even work? Okay, that's working. Shift the edge and then maybe smooth this out just a bit and then, or should we even maybe smooth this out just a bit and then feather. Yeah, let's see if feather can do the trick. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. Alright, 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 alright. For now, should we try something? Okay, I want to try something. Let's do this. Let's make this a bit brighter and then solid color layer. Maybe some kind of red. And then let's invert this. And then I want to try this here real quick. Let's tap just one time. Maybe not here, but around here. And then maybe one around here. Or should we do this separately? Maybe, yeah, maybe let's do this separately. And then also... one time here. Or maybe... maybe we should do this with the soft round brush. Actually, I don't know, but let's try anyway. Okay. Huh. Is this... Let me see. So, if we do it like that, a few times, yeah, then, I don't know. Yeah, maybe like this. Okay, for now let's go with that, and then let's try linear dodge add. That's not quite working how I wanted. Actually, I think we can do this with this here. Where's inner glow? Inner glow, then some kind of red. And then, let's see, opacity, size. I mean, nothing is really changing. Yeah, nothing's really changing. How can I do this? Inner glow did not work. What's with outer glow? Okay, that's not what I want. I mean, that's what I want eventually, but not right now. How can I make this glow, guys? Why is this even... wait. Is it because of the black background? Maybe... yeah, it's because of the black background. Here it does the trick correctly. How can we achieve the same thing here? Let me see. Maybe with some different overlay here. Lighter color, color dodge, screen. Nah, that doesn't do much. Nothing, actually. Look at this. Here it does something. No, wait, actually it doesn't. Why doesn't? Okay, now. Was that bugged or something? Wait. Let's see a normal. Alright, and then... oh, okay. That was not working before. Screen, lighter, overlay. Hard light. Actually, hard light maybe is even a bit better. Should we go with hard light? That's the question. Oh, look at this. That looks... some of that looks great also, but not quite what I want. So maybe let's go with hard light for now. Okay. And then let's try something. Maybe if we do an exposure layer. Let's see. If you do exposure, then that's that, and then copy this. Okay, that does not do real much. Doesn't do very much. Okay. Nah, it does not do the trick. Why does this not work? Should we just change the eyes? Maybe we can change the eyes to some different color, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe some kind of red, I don't know. Yeah, like this it's a bit better. If you do it like this. Yeah, it's a bit better. Okay. Should we just go then with... Maybe we can go with linear dodge here also. Lighter color, let's see. Let's go through these real quick. Overlay, okay. Screen, I mean. Yeah, I mean, let's leave it like this. Then let's see. Inner glow, okay. Let's try this again. Oh, now it does what I want. Now it does the trick. Okay. It was... Yeah. Some mistake on my part, sorry. I had to decrease the size, I think that was the problem. Yeah. I think so. Now, alright. Now it gives us the effect that I wanted. Yeah, I think something like this actually. This, and then... Yeah, I mean something like that. Okay, let's leave it like this. And then also an outer glow. We need an outer glow. And then decrease the size. Yeah, I think something like this, and then decrease the opacity maybe. Wait, let's not make this normal, let's do this on screen. Oh, linear dodge. Yeah, let's do screen. Let's decrease this a bit. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, something like that, you know? Maybe you can give him something like this. Yeah, maybe it does need to be a bit bigger. And then also we have to clip this, of course, under his eyes. Yeah, like this. Let's clip this and then let's see. Is this big enough? Maybe let's increase the size just a tick, just a bit, and then let's copy this and transfer this, of course, to his other eye. Let's see. I mean, does look pretty okay, right? Right, sorry. And then this is maybe a bit... Sorry, it does not select it correctly. But maybe that's better. Nah, the alignment is a bit weird. Maybe more here. Or is this even... maybe even more like this? I think maybe something around here. Yeah, that looks a bit better. That looks a bit more natural, I guess. And then maybe... Yeah, something like this maybe, right? Okay. I think... Let me try something. Yeah, I think that's better. I don't know. Does this look okay? I don't know actually. Let me see the chat. Alright. And then also I want to do something about this, right? That's okay. That's not correct. Let's copy this. And then maybe let's make this a bit darker. Alright. That's a bit darker. Sorry, that should be here. This should be a bit darker, not that. This should be a bit darker here. And then also needs to be a bit smaller. Let's shift the edge quite a bit and then feather quite a bit. And then let's try like this. Alright, that's darker here. And then we can give this maybe an outer glow. But not that strong, of course. Let's see. Nah, that's not correct. Okay, the spread is like this. Yeah, just subtle, you know, very subtle. Something like this. Let's see, wait. Nah, that's too much, of course. Maybe 2% and then increase this. Okay. That's the red. Let's make this 1%. Yeah, is this even this is maybe too much. Maybe I want to yeah, maybe let's put this on 0 and decrease this maybe. Yeah, maybe I want it really subtle. Something like that. You know? Something like this. Even that's too strong, maybe. Even that's too strong. Now glow. Right, that's a bit too strong. Alright. And then also I want this to be... Wait, is it this or... Nah, okay, that's that. Why is this not brighter? Yeah, I want this to be brighter. Is this okay? I mean, that's so dark. Yeah, I want this to be like somewhere around here. Yeah, maybe it's something like this, you know? I don't know, chat. Does this look okay? Chat, is someone there? Is someone hearing me? I don't know. Guys. I need an answer. I don't know. Is this okay? That's the question here. I don't know. His eyes. I don't know about that. Oh. This exposure layer. Maybe, you know what, maybe you can just leave this maybe. Isn't this a bit too strong? I don't know. Maybe we can decrease this a bit. Maybe like this. Alright. Alright. Let me see. I think we have to work on this, I think. A bit more. Don't have enough. We don't have enough of this. Let me see. That's the general overall lighting. Maybe that's a bit too much. Just decrease this? I don't know. Let's see. Actually, should we do it like this? Maybe so. Maybe so. To be honest. Maybe just a bit color. It does darken quite a bit. To be honest, some kind of color helps a bit. I think. Yeah, it does look a bit better, in my opinion. Alright, then let's see. Yeah, let's see what we can do here, shall we? Just try. Okay. The flow is a bit too strong, I feel like. Why is the flow so strong? Let's decrease the flow. Alright. Just give me a second. Okay. This needs to be a bit brighter here. I mean, why did I make this in shadow? Yeah, I have to delete some parts here. That's too dark. Even from here. Okay, that's that part here. I think I have to go to his body. Here, I think, yeah, that's the part. Is someone in chat? You can say hi. Okay, I don't know. Alright, let me see. Is this a bit too much shadow here? Maybe that should be much brighter. Where's the shadow coming from here? Maybe from here? No. That's not it. Maybe from here. Not even here. Where's the shadow coming from? Exposure. Interesting. Maybe that's his texture? I don't know. Alright, that's that. That's that. That's that. It has to come from somewhere. Interesting. Not even from this curve. Alright. I don't know actually where this comes from. Oh, that's his texture. Oh, right, that's this thing here. Alright, okay. How can I do exposure here? Make this a bit brighter. Yeah, I think that should be a bit brighter. Around here. It's too dark, I feel like. And then... yeah, I think here it's a bit dark. Alright. Now this part seems a bit too dark here. Yeah, this seems a bit too dark, actually. After all that. Okay. Okay, maybe something like that. Maybe the spot in general. Alright. Something like this. Alright, let's continue on some things here. Okay. Here's his mouth. Let's go to his mouth. And let's do something here. Actually, his teeth are a bit too... I don't know. That's a bit too... yeah, let's maybe make this bright, and then can do some exposure adjustments above that. Wait. Oh, okay. Can do this above this here. Let's decrease the exposure. Skip that. And then can work on this. Actually, you know what? We have to group this here. Let's group this for now. And then let's make the mask here on the group level. Then we don't have to worry. Yeah, I think that should be under this here. Right. No, that should be darker here, darker here. Like this. And then also, yeah, maybe darker here. Darker here. You know? And let's brighten this up to see a bit better what we do. Maybe decrease this somewhere around here. Then we can see this better. Right. Then we darken these parts here up. Alright. Imagine that's his tongue for now. Right. And yeah. That's this without this layer and with this adjustment. Let's make this even darker. Yeah, something like that. And then also, let's see. Maybe I want this to be more bright on some parts here. His teeth. Maybe here a bit brighter. Yeah, and then maybe here. Then maybe even here a bit. I don't know. Maybe here. I don't know. Maybe like this. Maybe something like that. Is there someone in chat? You can say hi. Let's see. Alright. Okay. I think we did much today. That's pretty nice how far we came. Also, let me see something here. No, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to decrease this. Let me see with this and without. Okay. Without that. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Should we make this some other color though? Yeah, maybe something darker. Let's see. I mean, that's too dark. Yeah, not that. Maybe something more blue. Yeah, I think I like that more. Something more blue. Yeah, I think I like that. Some blue, you know? Yeah, is it too much? I don't know. No, I think I like that, actually. That gives it a bit more, yeah, I don't know, dynamism, I guess. Okay, let's see. One thing I want to do. Not that, his eyes. Okay, yeah, I want to change this a bit. That's that. That's okay. But maybe I want to see him brighter. But not like this. Not like that. Yeah, let's cancel this for now. Maybe we can make another layer here. Yeah, maybe we can make another layer. Yeah, I mean, let's try. Let's here. That's about this. Should we even... Or maybe we should do this here. Oops, no, that does not look correct. Okay, no, that doesn't look good. Actually, wait a second. Can we just make this a group and then mask this here like that. Yeah, is this, let me see, is this, does this look correct? I think that's a bit too sharp anyway, right? Yeah, I think it was better this way. Like that. Yeah, maybe that's a bit better. If we... Yeah, I think I like this more, actually. I want this to be even brighter. So let's just copy this. And then maybe just decrease the opacity just a bit. So we have something like this. Yeah, you know, that gives a bit more shine. Maybe 50? Yeah, that's around 50, let's see. Yeah, let's leave it on 50 and then maybe here. Yeah, like this. Yeah, I like this. Alright, alright. Then let's see. Can we increase this? Okay, that's that. Outer glow. No, wait. That's not this. That's this. Can we make the outer glow a bit better? Let me think about this. How can I do this? Actually, you know, I think we can just paint this in. We can do this by hand. I was thinking about how I can do this more quickly, but I think we can do this manually. Just with hand. Maybe let's decrease this. Let's decrease this and then real quick, you know, maybe let's use something like that. Not too much. Yeah, that looks better. That looks a bit better. That seems to look a bit better. But now, outer glow is really... Yeah, I don't know, actually. Yeah, I want this to be a bit different. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't really like this. I want this to have a bit more gradient. Let's see. Yeah, maybe let's just draw this with hand, you know, manually. Let's try. Let's just draw this manually. Solid color, and then maybe something like that. And then no, that's the right one. Anyway, let's see. But wait, but then we have to. Yeah, we have to put this here. We have to put this here. And then not like this. Alright, let's see if you can make this a bit better. I hope so. I really hope so. And then I don't know, just to make this a bit more blended. Let's see. Let's delete that. Increase the flow. Let's delete this here. I don't know, chat, I don't know. I don't actually know. Darker. No, like this maybe. Just looks dark. Yeah, I think it's a bit better. But then of course, process I. Yeah, maybe I want like this. But now his eyes are a bit weird. Right. You have to change this up later on. Okay. Let's see. Let's make another layer. Another solid color. Okay, but not here, but here. Alright. And then let's mask this and then invert the selection. Alright, let's invert the selection again. Let's fill this with black. Then we have something like that. Oh no, wait. Actually, we can leave it like this. I have an idea. We can... You will see. Let's put under outer glow. Maybe that's a bit better. And then we can decrease the fill. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's what I want. Right here. That's the thing. Alright. We did that. That's great. But now... I don't know. Do we want his eyes a bit more closed like this? Or a bit more open? I kinda like this closed version, but... Yeah, I think that's okay too, actually. Let's see. Let's see. Actually, wait. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, that's the other part here. That's this part, which is actually a bit, yeah, a bit more closed up. Yeah, maybe we can delete this mask here. Okay, let's delete this, and then let's give this a new mask right here. Then let's delete this for now. Let's see if we can make this outer glow thing here again. Why is it not working right now? Oh, sorry. Now it's a bit better. Alright, I think that was the one. That was the one. Right. But let's invert this. Yeah, I think like this. It's okay. Maybe even increase the size. Size is a bit too much. I mean, what happens when we increase the spread? Nothing good. Jitter is okay anyway. Yeah, let's leave it like that. And then actually, you know what? Maybe we can. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think that we can. Let's leave it like this then anyway. Let's leave it like this. Okay. Sorry, not that. Wait. Isn't this the one? I think that's the one, right? Yeah. Invert, okay. For some reason. Well, I think I just draw this manually. I don't like this. Let me just draw this quickly. Let's make this like that, and then let's delete this. Yeah, let me just draw this. I didn't really like that, so let's just draw. Wait, why is this not working? Oh, you have this on the 0. Alright. Let's make this green. Yeah, something like that. Just brush here. Yeah, that's much better. Now I can do this more controlled. I like this much more. I did want to find a method to do this, but it didn't really work. Let's just do this manually. No, something like that, and then a touch of glow here. Oh, not with the black. No, like that, and then like that. Yeah, something like this. It's much better. Then the same here. Just like that. No? That's what I want. Right here. Alright. Then we have to change something up. Let's delete that. We have to actually feather this. Right here. I don't know, something like that maybe? Something like that. I don't know. That looks okay-ish. I guess. Okay, right? Maybe I'm drawing on the wrong thing. It's a bit better. Alright, something like this. Just maybe fill this a bit more in. To be honest with you. Yeah, something like this, you know? That's much better. Also, maybe we can just duplicate this to make this stronger, but I don't think that we need that. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, we don't need that. Let me see. Can I brighten this up? Maybe like this. Actually, I like that. I like that. Now his eyes are a bit weird. We have to go to this maybe. That's a bit too small. Alright. That's his eyes. And then what we can do, we can group this and mask this here. Right? Wait, why is this? The mask is not... the mask is not... Let's see, let's go to mask. Yeah, it's a bit too feathered. Can increase the contrast, I think. Let's try this. Yeah, see, that looks a bit better. Also, yeah, also we have to do something here. We have to shift the edge. You have to shift the edge to the right here. No, not to the right, to the left, sorry. You have to make it a bit smaller. Let's see. That's not quite enough, I guess. Is it? I mean, I guess so. Maybe a bit more. Maybe shift the edge a bit more. Like that. That looks a bit better. Maybe even just a bit more. Yeah, maybe like this. Alright, we can leave it like this, I think. Alright. That's nice. But now I think we have to put this here. Wait. That's this part. That's that part. And we can put this here. And then I does just look a bit weird. Let me try something really quick here. Oh, right. That's just because of my mistake. Yeah, we have to make this even like that. Yeah, something like this. That's okay. I think I'm happy with that. So, is someone in chat is the question. You can say hi if you are in chat, by the way. You can say hi. I think now it's left to... We are left to do some things here and there, and then we can do the touch-ups. And then we are basically finished, I guess. Alright, let's see. Let's see. I think, to be honest, we can go to the green light layer here. Then maybe give this a bit more touch-ups here and there. Wait, that's the green light, right? Yeah. It's a bit too strong. Let's decrease the flow. Yeah, let's do it like that. Let's decrease this. Let's give this a touch of color here and there. And then also we have to, yeah, we have to do it here also. But maybe yes, some light here and there. I think here. Screen thing. I think more like this. Somewhere along those lines. Somewhere along those lines. Somewhere along those lines. Maybe here. Yeah, maybe something like that. Maybe it was a bit too much here. I don't know. Increase the saturation. Let's see. I mean, Did something happen here? No, not really. You can just make this a bit brighter. I don't know. That's a bit darker. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something like that. me delete some parts here. I can increase this just a bit. And then maybe let me show you one trick. Let's see, that's Gengar. Let me show you a real neat trick. Let's copy this above here. Under the atmosphere. That's the copy, alright. We only need the mask. You can merge this group. And then that's our Gengar, right here. I don't know how this looks actually till now. I don't know, is this okay? Does this look weird? I don't know. Anyway, we have this selection here, or basically this Gengar, and then we can do not outer glow but inner glow. And then let me show you what I mean. Wait, why is this why is this so weird? Inner glow, okay, that's correct. But then this shouldn't happen. I don't know why this happens. It's not because of this, right? Not because of the blending mode. Then I wonder, why does this happen? Oh, sorry. That's why. Wait. I mean, okay, you have this. And then... Wait a second, why is this so weird? Inner glow. Wait, that shouldn't happen actually. Why is this so? Why is this like this? Inner glow. Was this outer glow? Nah. Shit, why does this happen? Or did I forgot this technique? Huh. That's the inner glow. Alright, that's the... Wait, nah. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Opacity. I mean, it shouldn't be like that. Center, edge. Oh, okay, sorry. I had to check this here. Edge. And then you get the thing that I want. Alright. Now it's correct. What we can do, we can change this maybe to something, maybe to something like that. Okay, let's put this on linear dodge. All right. Not this, but that. And then basically, let's see. The range. Okay. That's much better. I want this to be very subtle. Very, very subtle. Maybe even like this. Maybe even not like this, but even more subtle. Let's see. Yeah, maybe something like this, actually. Maybe something like this. Let's see, let's see. Maybe like this. Alright, let's see. Now we have that. Can basically mask this. Can put the fill on 0, and then we have our Gengar with a really subtle glow effect. And then we can even mask some parts out that we don't want. Maybe you don't want this to be glowing here on this side, then you can mask this out. See, then you have masked out the glow here. But I think I want this like that. A subtle glow around his body. Maybe, you know, I think we can mask this out here, actually. From here. Wait. Oh, wait. I think I messed up something. Wait, just give me a second. Alright, okay. Another thing that I have to show you, if you mask this out like that, then it's basically, it gets messed up, because the light effect is applied right now. If you mask this out, then it gets a new edge. You know, that's the new edge, and then it lights up these parts here around the new edge. So you have to do this a bit different. We have to delete this mask, and then for safety, let me go to this again. For now, let's make this on 100. Okay. And then what we can do is we can go to this effect thing here, this VX thing here. Then you can press right click with your mouse, and then where's the thing? Scale effects. Sorry, I'm searching for the thing. Powder glow, blah blah blah, clear. Create layer. I think it was create layer. I think it was this create layer. Let's press that, and then we have this on another layer. Okay. We have it like that. And then basically we can basically change this here then. And then mask this from here how we want. You know? Let's say 25, and then we can mask this here. Let's say we don't want this here. Then we can mask this, no problem. Alright. Now, let's mask this actually from here also. Maybe let's mask this here also. And then, I don't know, maybe we can leave this here. No, let's leave this. Yeah, let's leave this like that for now. Okay. Alright. Nice. That looks already great. And then I think you can leave it like that. And also I want to do another thing here. Let's copy this Gengar. All right. We copied this. Wait. That's our Gengar, right? Gengar group. All right. That's our Gengar copy. Then let's do this again. Let's go to Inner Glow. But this time, let's use a very bright, almost white. Okay? Let's use that. And then I want this to be even more on the edge. Right on the edge. You know, something like that. Maybe even, let's see. Do it like that. Let's see, let's press OK. Alright, and then let's go to, where was this? Create, copy layer style, merge. Frame from layers, nah. That's not it. Delete layer. Actually, I think we can do this a bit different. Just give me a second. Should we do this? Let's see, I think we can do this from here maybe also. Let's create the layer, or wait. Lock layer, hide layer, blend, new group. I think, can we do this? A smart object, and then, okay. Let's leave it like that for now. Alright, and then I think we can rasterize this. And then I think we can just blur this. I think so. Let's try. Let's go to filter and then let's say Gaussian blur. Wait. Let's say this. But wait. Why did we... that didn't really work. I don't know why. Let me try again. Go to filter, blur gallery, and then... Sorry, Gaussian blur. That does not work for some reason. Not how I wanted to. Then we have to do this differently. We have to do this a bit differently. We have to do this a bit differently. Maybe... You know what? Maybe we can do this here. Okay, let's feather this just a bit. Maybe like that. And then let's press create layer. And then from that maybe we can change the selection here maybe. Let's say grow. Oh, not like this. Modify, expand. Wait, oh, sorry. That pops up here on my other screen. Maybe, let's say 5 centimeter or 5 millimeter, and then wait. You know what? Let's make a layer. Then let's fill this with white for now. Oh wait. Oh, okay, that's correct. that's then here. And then activate the outer glow again. Alright. Sorry, not the outer glow, the inner glow. What we had earlier. Then from here, do it like that. And then now, I think it should work how I want this to be. Not like this, but like that here. Oh, sorry, not here, but... Wait. Is this working? I think, yeah, that's working now. Yeah, you know, something like this. Because we changed the mask, you know. And then let's decrease this, but yeah, let's put this on screen actually, sorry. And then decrease this. Yeah, then we have a subtle, real subtle white shine around his body then. Maybe even more subtle. Something like this. Alright. And we can now maybe delete this here. Mask this here. Let's see. If you make this like that, then yeah, maybe that's too much, but here, yeah, something like this. And then we can decrease this maybe. Yeah, I think something like this looks better. If you combine these two, then it looks much better. This and then that. And that's just very subtle. Some color, let's say on 16, and then above that, you can leave this white glow. That looks better. Alright, I think we came pretty far today. Now looks like something at least, and then I think we can end the stream and then we can continue tomorrow. Oh, we are streaming for 2 hours at least. Wow. Alright, I don't know if someone is in chat, but I'm ending the stream right now, so I see you guys hopefully next time. Maybe tomorrow, let's see. Alright, bye bye. Bye bye chat.